Hi Aries, welcome to your love reading for November 2020. This is a love reading for the zodiac sign of Aries, sun, moon, and rising sign. So if this reading doesn't resonate, I encourage you to check out the videos for your moon and or rising sign because sometimes your messages will be coming from there. Also, thank you so much to everyone who has booked a personal reading with me so far. I really appreciate the support. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the instructions to do so can be found down below in the description box. So Aries, having said that, let's just jump right into your reading. The first card you have is the Hanged Man, and this is how you currently feel in a romantic connection, Aries. You feel suspended in the air. You feel paused, like someone pushed pause on life right now. You might feel that there's not much you can do. You might have been trying to move forward and make some kind of advancement or change regarding the relationship for a while, and now it's kind of like you're acknowledging to yourself that there's not much you can do right now. You're kind of paused and you're feeling like you need to step back and look at things from a fresh perspective. The Hanged Man turns himself upside down so that he can see something through a new lens, because a new lens is what's needed. Yeah, and the Hanged Man is also about, there's a different understanding needed that, traditionally we would say like in occult matters, but really it's like something needs to be understood from another level. So I don't know exactly what that'll mean for each of you Aries, but maybe someone needs to take a psychological approach to something, or a spiritual approach to something, or some kind of different view. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like in scholarship, when you write different papers and they say, oh, this is a Jungian lens or a feminist lens, like that's what it's like. A different lens is needed so that you could really understand what's going on with yourself and what's going on in this connection. And you realize that now. You might not have realized it for a long time, and you're like, I need a fresh perspective. But besides that, the Hanged Man, like I said, it's like a pause has happened, like being suspended in air, can't move forward at this time. You're it's also being stuck, you might feel like a little stuck, like you're not sure what to do now, is what it feels like. So the second card is how a person you're dealing with, how they feel. It's the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is probably a water sign person or someone who has a lot of water in their chart. The water signs being Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Or they're just very much in their emotions. They don't necessarily need to have water in a predominant placement in their natal chart. There's someone who is more in their feminine energy now, regardless of how they identify. It's just we all have masculine and feminine energy. They're feeling in their emotions, but at the same time, though, the Queen of Cups, yes, she has some mastery over her emotions, but she kind of keeps control of herself. She may not tell everyone everything. She may not tell you or other people exactly how she feels. And the Queen of Cups is like an overprotective mother. So this person could be feeling overprotective of you, overprotective of the relationship. The Queen of Cups is also someone who, what's the word? Entertains you, is that it? They, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, like, okay, when you're like a little kid and like you're trying to tell your mom or dad about like something you're reading, a story or a game or a book or video game, and they're like, oh, that's nice, dear. Like, oh, like they try and pretend like they're interested, but they don't really care because it's little kid stuff. That's kind of like the Queen of Cups energy a little bit. Like she's kind of like, oh, that's nice, dear. Like, So this person could be like that towards you a little bit, Aries. It doesn't mean they're not interested in you, but especially if you're in this hangman position where you're kind of being more internal and philosophical about the relationship and you're not really sure what to do maybe right now, they could be picking up on that and they're just like, okay, you're going through something and I'm just gonna nice dear you for now, because, you know, the Queen of Cups is also kind of low energy. She doesn't have a ton of energy. She's kind of a little tired. The person you're dealing with, they could be a little bit tired in the relationship. They might be going through the motions as well, if you are going through the motions as well. But the Queen of Cups is very supportive, very emotionally supportive, very positive and there for you, is what it feels like. But I feel like both of you guys, there's a little bit of distance, you know, not totally plugged in. The third card is the energy between the two of you. It's the Justice reversed. So there's something that's not right in the connection. There's something out of balance. There's some kind of wrong that needs to be righted. Maybe the two of you aren't discussing it explicitly. It could be an elephant in the room type of situation, but the Justice reverse is like something needs to be done. And it could also involve a legal matter. There could be someone that is in a separation or going through a divorce or needs to do those things. Either you or them or both of you. It's not necessarily that though. It's just there's an imbalance in the connection right now. Someone could have more power over the other. Like someone could be making more money and that's making someone else feel uncomfortable. Someone could be advancing more in life, you know, quote unquote, more than the other person. And there's some kind of imbalance. There could also be lack of communication and understanding between the two of you. But there's something that's not quite right, is basically what the Justice reverse is saying. And you need to see how that applies for you if this is your reading. And you'll know that, you know, the scales are off a bit. There's something that needs to be addressed and it's not really being addressed, is what it feels like to me. The fourth card is what your person wants in the connection. It's the Nine of Wands reversed. So what I feel right away with this Nine of Wands reversed, they're waiting for the other shoe to drop. They're waiting for something to happen in this connection. The Nine of Wands in the upright, this person is world weary. They're a little jaded. They've been beaten down by life and perhaps the romantic connection here. They're tired. So your person, with it being in the reversal, it's like they're ready for something to happen. They're ready for this other shoe to drop. They're waiting for something dramatic to happen so that you guys can really get to the heart of the matter, of what's going on in this connection, of why there's this Justice reverse between the two of you. They're kind of tired of waiting for something to happen, which makes sense because the Queen of Cups is kind of a more low energy, sleepier kind of energy. And this Nine of Wands reverse is kind of confirming that. Your person is like, they're kind of tired. They feel a little like beaten up in a way. It could be from the relationship, but not necessarily so. It could be that as well as just their life. I don't know, but I don't think that they feel like they're getting a lot of support in the relationship, because the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Wands reverse is a very alone energy, and the Queen of Cups is very emotional. So I feel like this person feels, they just feel kind of disconnected from you, Aries. And I feel like you're disconnected from them too, by you being the Hanged Man. Like you guys are both doing it, it feels like, for whatever reason. Yeah, so what they want is that they want something to happen so that you guys can address what really needs to be addressed in the relationship. They want some kind of development, even if it's dramatic and stressful. They want something to happen so that you guys can address what's going on. The next card is what you want in the connection. Aries, you got your card, which is interesting. You got the Emperor. You really want to step into your Aries power, and or you want the person you're dealing with to step into a more authoritative power, okay? You want to be able to maybe take charge and say something that you want to say that you might not be at this time or haven't been and have needed to for a while but haven't for whatever reason. Yeah, I feel like you want to feel like you have more of a handle on the situation. You know, with the Hanged Man, it's like this is a very kind of offhand, not being super engaged, energy. And by you wanting the Emperor, it's like you do want to engage. You do want to be more energetic and powerful and influential in the connection. You want to be authoritative. You want to be respected and honored and understood. And you want to be able to say whatever you need to say. Like the Emperor, he calls the shots and tells everyone what they're going to do. Not that you're going to tell this person what to do. But it's the energy of that where it's like you're able to say what you need to say and like handle it and like maybe even take the lead in some kind of conversation that needs to happen where you really feel empowered and that you need to do what you need to do. So yeah, I feel like you do want to make this work, and because this is in the position of what you want, like you could be feeling a little low energy right now too. I feel like both of you guys probably are. You want this Emperor energy. It's vibrant, it's fiery, it's decisive. Like he works hard, he gets everything done. And like because you want this, it's like you want to put the work into the connection. Like you have that sincere desire to do what you need to do in this connection. That's what you want. You want to be the Emperor, but how you feel right now is the Hangman, where you're like, I don't really know where to go, what to do. And again, your person is the Queen of Cups, where they might be a little passive aggressive, a little, maybe not super engaged, a little coddling, but supportive. But what they want is a Nine of Wands reverse. Like they want shit to hit the fan so that you guys can really discuss what's going on. They're not afraid of the fighting and the complexity and the quarrel. Like they're not afraid of it. Like they're ready to do it. They're ready to do it when you're ready to do it. It's like that kind of energy. The final card is the outcome overall energy from this reading. It's the Two of Swords reversed. So this kind of confirms what the Justice card is saying, because the Two of Swords is also about balance, a lack of balance. Like I was saying before, the Justice reverse is telling me that there's some kind of imbalance between you and this person. With the Two of Swords reverse being the outcome from this reading, I think it's saying that. So here, let me break it down. Like, because the Two of Swords upright, like, look at the person in this card. They don't want to see. They're blindfolded. They're very guarded and offensive with the two swords crossed at their chest. They don't really want to know what's going on. And I feel like that might be the energy between you and your person, where you're not really discussing what needs to get discussed. The Two of Swords reverse is telling me that, like, the stalemate has ended. Like, something's going to happen. Something's going to get discussed, revealed, worked through. And the Two of Swords reversed is actually really great energy. It means, the Two of Swords is a scary looking card, but when it's in the reverse, to me this feels like coming out of like a darkness, coming out of not wanting to see something and really ready to face it and bring balance to a situation. Yeah. And ready for a new beginning. It's like ready to start over is what it feels like as well. So the additional card to top off the reading, which is from just the majors and the four aces, you have Temperance, which is another card about balance. So Aries, you have Justice reversed, Two of Swords reversed, and Temperance. And arguably the Hangman is about balance too. But you have at least three cards that are yelling at you about balance. There's something not right in the relationship right now. Something's not balanced. Temperance is all about balance. It's about being in moderation. It's about moderation, but also moderation and moderation. I know it's kind of funny, but it's like the Temperance person it's Sagittarius energy. So if you have Sagittarius in your chart, this will even more apply to you. But it's someone who can handle whatever is coming up, and it's like they handle it with grace. Like that's kind of what the Temperance energy is. And a lot of times Temperance in tarot decks is like an angel, like depicted in the picture. So a lot of times temperance can mean like spirit guides or like other beings that help us. This deck is, temperance is depicted as an otter flowing down a river, and he has a little third eye between his eyes. And the way that the book describes it is that temperance carries your spirit from the mortal plane to the afterlife, and you transcend your body and continue on your path. So this is confirming for me this idea from the Hangman that something needs to be looked at from a different perspective. Aries, you might need to be looking at the relationship from a different perspective. Something spiritual maybe, because it's talking about, you know, transcending the body and, you know, going on a path to the afterlife. That's not literal. It's figurative. I mean, it might be literal for some people. I don't know. But the Temperance card can see something that needs to be seen, and that third eye in the otter is kind of what the Hangman is saying, that you need to see something in a different way. So use an extra vision, an extra eye to see something that maybe you might have been missing in this relationship that really needs to be addressed. Because some kind of balance needs to be achieved in order for this to get resolved. Whatever that is, it's going to mean different things for each of you. So that's all I have, Aries. I hope this reading was helpful. If it resonated, please let me know in the comment section below. That's really helpful for me. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And once again, if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, the information to do so is down below in the description box. Thank you so much, Aries. I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.